Let's do this. You know how I knew you had a video? Because it's my best friend's channel. I hit the bell notification, came out on my phone. I woke up and saw it, of course. Alright, let's check it out, boys.
Well, I guess they were right. It all leads back here. If I'm being honest, it technically all leads back here where 11-year-old me got catfished by some dude named Momo playing a female character. But man, has it really been a journey. I can actually remember back to the first time I played an MMORPG. To be honest, it wasn't because the game looked interesting or anything. I mean, look at this game.
This video
I just really wanted to
really
fit
well
in.
edited.
You see, I didn't have any friends after moving into my aunt's house such a young age. We didn't have much. I hung out with my cousins here and there, I guess, but
Wait,
all of my
you?
friends were back home. What's crazy is I can still remember how lonely I felt back then. But I got lucky. I overheard the kids at my new school talking about a game called MapleStory. So I went home, booted up the...
Dude, Stoopzz, what? You look like a loser here, man. You're standing over like eavesdropping. Oh shit, they're playing MapleStory. I'm gonna play it too. So I can fit in with them.
MapleStory. So I went home, booted up the dial-up internet using AOL, and downloaded the game. Went back to school, lied to everyone, and acted like I've been playing the game for months. Everyone was really a noob back then, so I just made some shit up, and through MapleStory, we actually became really good friends. Now, I know that sounds fucked up, but little kids are demons anyways, so you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. I was just an 11-year-old kid trying to make it. Now, that game was great and all, but it started to get a little expensive, and my mom wasn't really happy with all of the random credit card purchases.
What?
But hey, I swear they weren't for me. They were for Momo.
Damn.
Yeah, that guy. By the way, Momo, if the off chance that you ever see this video, fuck you. But also in some creepy turn of events, I actually owe a lot to you. But I guess more on that later. 2 years later, my friends back home actually started playing a new MMO called
World of Warcraft.
Fast forward a few months later, everyone did. I mean, literally everyone. It felt like the whole world was playing. And here I was playing this 2D pay-to-win MMO where everyone's sitting in town flexing their cat drip. So I jumped ship, begged my mom for $15, and when I say beg, I mean literally beg. I locked myself in my room like an immature asshat until she slid the credit card under the door, knowing we had absolutely no money. All she wanted to do was make her son happy. Or shut me up. I guess we'll never know, but little did we both know that her sliding that card under the door would change my life forever.
What a good mother.
You know, all we did at school was talk about WoW, and when we got back home, we played more WoW. We didn't use Discord back then. We had Ventrilo, TeamSpeak, but it was a different time, I'm telling you.
I've got balls of steel.
I guess some of us used AIM. My ID was Shmuinator93 because I liked Shamu in the movie The Terminator, but all the cool kids simply used WoW to chat. My way of kicking it with my friends was running straight back home to see if Ricky or Brandon were online. Those were the days. You know, if you asked my mom just over a year ago, she would have told you I wasted nearly 15 years of my life playing video games.
It paid off, man.
And I guess I kind of did. That is till I made my first YouTube channel. You see, the reason I actually started a YouTube channel was to give myself something to do. When WoW started to suck ass, which was pretty much every expansion after Wrath, League of Legends started popping off, and all of my friends at school were no longer interested in playing WoW. They started playing League.
Tons of damage.
But I sucked at MOBAs, Han, and League, so there I was, an MMO reject loser trying to convince those same friends to play Guild Wars 2 because it was going to be the next big MMO RPG. And we all know how that turned out.
Yo, I gotta compliment this video. This video is so good, Steve. Holy moly.
My friend group started to part ways. Losing touch with my friends kind of set me down a weird path. I started hanging out with the wrong people, got into some pretty bad habits that I'm a bit ashamed of, and instead of using games to fit in, I tried using something else. And that something else kind of fucked up my life for a bit. I used to watch a guy named Mike B, aka Phony. He made game reviews, but primarily on MMORPGs. I remember thinking he was so cool, and you know, as I'm writing this, I wonder if kids look at Josh Strife Hayes and think the same thing. What am I saying? They probably don't. They probably watch Kai Kanna and spam W's in chat. But I always wanted to be like Mike, no pun intended. So anyways, I started making YouTube videos after getting back into WoW. It was time to clean up my act and also get an A on one of my course projects. We had to start our own business, and I used my YouTube channel as an easy pass. And it did well. Except when I first started, I told Rich Campbell I would mushroom stamp his forehead and got rightfully shit on. But those were the early days of Twitch, and almost everyone has forgot, so I am chilling.
Oh my god, I remember this. Stoopzz got shit on because of that. Because Asmon was boys with Rich. And if you mess with Rich, you mess with Asmon. And Stoopzz got like a fat L that day. But they made up. They made up and they became friends. And they're really good guys too, so. Just got on the wrong side. Oh, the video's frozen.
Except Rich, that dude won't let me live that shit down and brings it up almost every time I see him. But other than that, things were going well. I was actually making a bunch of friends through my little online community, albeit a little parasocial. It started to feel like it did when I was younger. And then I met Savix. Well, I didn't really meet Savix per se. I was just some parasocial Andy in his chat. I used to gift him subs in order to get his attention. And it kind of worked. You see, he was a smaller streamer at the time, and I'd actually messaged Savix on Facebook. He had like this WoW page.
Oh, wait, I want to see show, man.
And I asked him if he wanted to create content together. He donut-walled me for 6 months, left me on red, and I did what all good chatters would do then. If he was going to ignore my messages and donut-wall me, I'll force him to acknowledge me by giving him my money. And it worked. I gave Savix the last $200 I had in gifted subs, and we did some arena together. And
and I'm just kidding.
Went all right. Fast forward a few months later, Savix and I became best friends. We jumped out of a plane together, we did all of our taxes together, and would do random IRL streams that I will look back on as some of the best times of my life. I had also made some other amazing friends in the WoW community like Anboni, Clack, Payo, Guzu, and many more to mention. And when I look back at my time playing WoW and creating content, it was never the expansion that was necessarily fun. It was the time I spent playing with my friends.
Yo,
Yeah,
Clark,
Legion was...
thank you for the hose. I'm sorry I can't. We're watching this insane video. Yo, you're in this video, Clark. Look. Oh god, it's lagging.
Like Anboni, Clack, Payo.
There's you. Did Payo with the armpit stain? Ew. This video is really good. Holy moly. Clack, hope you had a good stream, brother.
Guzu, and many more to mention. And when I look back at my time playing WoW and creating content, it was never the expansion that was necessarily fun. It was the time I spent playing with my friends.
I will say I'm really happy with the friends I created along the circle. Like, even you guys, a lot of you guys I talked to became my friends. Super thankful for that. I met a lot of cool people. And Stoopzz is one of my best friends. Yes. Clack, you too, brother.
Yeah, Legion was way better than Shadowlands, but when I think about the horrendous nights forcing myself to do Torghast so Savix could finish those legendary proc gloves, yes, it sucked, massive cock. It's a memory I won't forget. I spent a lot of my time creating content for World of Warcraft, examining the issues of the game, and trying to provide feedback. I had also pushed for solo queue rated PvP for like 5 years, just to realize practically no one gives a shit about PvP and MMORPGs anymore. By the way, I have to include this in the video. I find it hilarious that Blizzard has finally added rated solo queue PvP after all of my friends damn near quit, but I digress.
It took them so long to add. Holy moly.
This type of content went on for a while, and although I really enjoyed my time creating various feedback-focused videos that Asmongold would watch on his channel, it just felt like I was providing feedback on the same things over and over again, causing me to just burn out. TBC Classic then launched, and I got sick of waking up at 9 in the morning raiding with other boomers that struggled to manage their one-button Frostbolt rotation. I started browsing the internet for other MMORPGs to be released that year, and a game by the name of Lost Ark popped up. I had played several years back and in fact had bought a stolen account from some sketchy Korean website, but that didn't last long as that account was closed soon after. When finding out Amazon was going to be publishing the game in the West, I decided to subscribe to a YouTuber by the name of Sivo and followed his instructions on how to access the already released Russian client. I hit up my boy Savix and Yasuo to show them what I had found, and we had a blast.
Oh my god.
After that night, I decided that I would take a break from WoW and start streaming other MMOs, starting with Lost Ark. You know, I had every intention of trying out other MMOs like I said I would, like Guild Wars 2 and Albion, but during my first stream playing Lost Ark, I met another creator by the name of Saint Tone. He saw me struggling to understand how to properly cut a stone and offered
Saint Tone's a really nice guy. I like him.
his help. This trend continued as many people from the community would stop by my stream, and honestly, almost everyone welcomed me with open arms. Whenever I would try a new piece of content, my chat would go full Korean. In fact, at some point, I had more Korean viewers than English viewers. I had a KR-focused YouTube channel that was translating my journey, and with the launch of Lost Ark around the corner, I was popping
Those Korean videos were good.
off. I met even more friends throughout this journey like Cannon, ATK, and Benji. Also shout out to Bard, and I even traveled to Korea to meet them and had one of the best times of my life. Fast forward a little bit, me and Saint are now going to be moving in together. All of this because I decided to try a new game without being so focused on all of the minute details and problems with the game.
You're moving in with Saint?
Despite being a pay-to-win grind fest, some of my best
Okay,
memories
that must be a bait, right?
I've ever had playing an MMO have come from Lost Ark, but it wasn't from the game itself. And although it has some of the best combat out of any game out there, it was because of the community. You see, it was at this moment that I discovered something about myself as a human being and as a player. I wasn't looking for a game to fill that void I had as a child. I was looking for friends and a community. Lost Ark has given me that and so much more, and for that, I am forever grateful. Raiding a con on launch with the boys from Korea will go down as something I will remember forever, and although the fight is truly an epic encounter, it wouldn't have been the same without them. The same goes for World of Warcraft. It wasn't about the game, it was about meeting friends like Savix and Anboni and spending countless nights laughing in Discord while creating random YouTube thumbnails using WoW Model Viewer. This, ladies and gentlemen, are what MMORPGs are all about. It's about the friends you make along the way, the community you surround yourself with. I don't care about the game and its systems anymore. I want to create memorable experiences with the people around me.
Dude, I just want to say, this cake was like plastic Play-Doh. It wasn't like a cream. I hit it, but it didn't smash.
And its systems anymore. I want to create memorable
Look. Dude, the video's laggy. What the hell? It's so laggy. I can't show you guys.
With.
No, it wasn't a choke. It wasn't a choke, chat. I promise.
Systems anymore.
Look, ready?
Want to create memorable experiences with the people around
it doesn't.
me. I turned 30 next
it's
year.
It's like Play-Doh.
That freaks me out. I'm not getting any younger, but I have accomplished more than I ever thought I would through streaming and creating content. And coming from being raised by a single mom living off food stamps, I never thought this would actually be my life. Now with Dragonflight's release, I've actually convinced a few of my Korean Lost Ark buddies to give it a shot. They introduced me to their world, and now it's...
Dude, this is so... What the hell? This is so well cut. The Cannon being drunk, that was the funniest shit ever, chat. When he was on our stream. Sai, thank you so much for 4 months. Appreciate it.
Time for me to introduce them to mine. Do I think Dragonflight's going to be any good? I mean, if I'm being honest, it'll definitely be fun for a little bit, but then after a few weeks, I mean, yeah. But hey, I think that is normal for most MMOs nowadays. You're always going to have this huge...
It's also like what he said, though. It's about having friends and playing and making content with them. That's what makes it the most fun. And it's true. Like, I think I had the most fun doing content with my friends, right?
Flux of returning players checking out the new content, and then after several patches, you end up with the core audience remaining. That doesn't mean the game is dying per se, that is just the average life cycle of most MMORPGs. So I'll just enjoy the game at my own pace, and a couple of weeks of fun is worth the $60 or whatever it is. At the end of the day, there is no better feeling than running a couple of dungeons with the boys and looting that first epic weapon. I will say, after taking an extended break from the game, everything kind of looks like Play-Doh now, and the new UI feels so weird. And after playing other games, the combat feels a bit...
Lost Ark combat, you can't top off. The sound effects and the little... I don't know how to describe it. Lost Ark feels like I'm in the game and I'm the character. WoW doesn't have that feeling, but I still love WoW. But Lost Ark has something insane, chat. The combat system is so good.
Dated. But I'll still be playing Lost Ark, so for
I hope Riot Games is like this, chat. Like, I want to feel this. It's different.
I'll still be playing Lost Ark, so for me, it's about having a good time with my buddies, having a few laughs, and of course, checking out the new solo queue system. I also have to include that I think the new dragon riding system may be the best addition to WoW's leveling that they've had in years. I can't even imagine going back to the old leveling because I genuinely had a blast gathering all of the glyphs and exploring all of the new zones. And the ability to focus on gathering gear instead of all of these random progression systems has been so refreshing. But when it comes to game launches, I'm a bit more excited to mess around on games like Throne and Liberty, Diablo 4, and even Ashes of Creation.
Anku, thank you for 6 months. Dude, this looks like Asmongold. This guy's Asmongold.
They seem a little bit more interesting based on the information out there. And hey, maybe by the time I'm 50, I'll have the chance to play the Riot MMO and relive some of those bat chest feelings I had watching Arcane.
That's the best Copian time. Dude, can we get Riot Games home already? Holy shit.
And although it's hard to believe that these games will actually deliver, I don't really care anymore because you never know how a game will turn out or who you'll end up meeting. And that is what this video is all about. That is why I won't miss another MMO launch. I really wanted to share with you all my journey, the people I've met along the way, and more importantly, the impact MMORPGs have had on my life. And I know making friends in MMOs isn't what it used to be, but I really hope you can all find that group of friends that make it all worth it. Who knows, you may end up meeting your very own Savix, Saint, or in some unfortunate cases, your very own Momo.
I think everyone's met a Momo before. Everyone's met a Momo 100%. Oh, what happened? Yo, you guys like redeemed something and it changed my thing.
And as a player, I wasn't looking for a game to fill that void I had as a child. I was looking for friends and a community. Lost Ark has given me that and so much more, and for that, I am forever grateful. Raiding a con on launch with the boys from Korea.
Hey, yo! Wait, chat, what are you guys redeeming? Like, it's typing numbers. I'm not even touching my keyboard right now. Like, when you guys redeem stuff, what the flip? You guys are skipping the video, man.
Now, or who you'll end up meeting. And that is what this video is all about. That is why I won't miss another MMO launch. I really wanted to share with you all my journey, the people I've met along the way, and more importantly, the...
Stop! Chat, you guys are... Stop! We're turning this off, man. We're turning this off. You guys, the video's freezing up, man. You guys are killing the video. And we restarted!
Who knows, you may end up meeting your very own Savix, Saint, or in some unfortunate cases, your very own Momo. Thank you guys so much for supporting my channel over the years, and I can't wait to continue this journey of creating content surrounding MMORPGs. I won't be able to do this forever, so I want to make sure I go out my own way. Shout out to Mike B, aka Phony, and
damn, he says it like he's not gonna do this forever, like pepper hands.
See you all in the next one.
Wow, that might be Stoopzz' best video. I don't know if he can ever top this one off, chat. This is such a good video. Holy moly. Happy we became friends, man. PPC. Love you, brother. And you'll do great in anything you do. Very good video, PPC chat. Here you go. Show some love, of course. Go like the video. Of course, I'll link it, chat. PPC. Very good video. Holy moly. That's nuts. Yeah, I'm so glad Stoopzz really pushed to become my friend. Because he is definitely one of my best friends. I love that guy. Love him a lot. I learned a lot from him too. So it's definitely a W, man. Great video. Stoopzz is going to respect his time by quitting. Damn. Are you gonna go R1 this season? I'm not sure, man. Like Stoopzz said, I just like playing with friends and having fun. When I do R1 pushes, I kind of just spam arena and I don't get to play with my friends or make videos. I just tunnel vision in doing arena, and I don't know if that's like too healthy, you know what I mean?